Hey, what is up, Improvement Warriors? Jason Yun with you. Hope you are having a fabulous day. And welcome to the 34-day Better Sleep Challenge. The 34-day Better Sleep Challenge is all about getting better sleep. Because I put out there the 5 pillars of health. And number 1, I have sleep at the top. So number 1, you have sleep. 2, stress management. 3, your nutrition. 4 is going to be fitness, exercise, movement. And 5 is going to be rest and recovery. This video is going to go over sleep deprivation, why you want to avoid it at all costs, and why sleep could be the reason you're not achieving your health goals, or you're having health issues, or you're having weight issues, or body fat issues, or whatnot. First of all, 34 days is not enough time to create a habit. Sometimes it takes less than 34 days, sometimes it takes less than 21 days. But this is a life skill, and it's going to take longer than 34 days. So once the challenge is over, you're going to be learning new things, and the habits that you're going to learn and the skills you're going to be learning, you're still going to be implementing them after the challenge is over. So there's going to be a Facebook group, and you're welcome to stay in that group and just keep doing what you need to do in order to get the best sleep possible. Okay, so with that said, there is a research study that talked about if you're just sleep deprived one night, you could become as insulin resistant as a type 2 diabetic. Insulin resistance is basically insulin's not hearing the signals that are coming in. So the same amount of insulin is not getting the same amount of results that it used to. So now more needs to be pushed in. And basically when that happens, then all types of bad things happen. So for instance, your libido goes down, body fat comes up, weight comes up, okay? And just hormones just go all out of whack. And that's what we want to be able to control, because weight is not really a obesity issue, or it's not, being overweight or being obese is not a weight issue. It's not a overconsumption of calories. It's not an underconsumption of calories. It's a hormonal issue. And if we fix the hormonal issue, we usually go back to health. And sleep, again, goes over that and fixes that. So with the 5 pillars of health, everything ties into each other, some more than others. Obviously, sleep is going to affect all the other ones greatly. Okay? Now, epigenetics is a term that's been out there it's been gaining steam the last 5 years. Basically, what it means is how we live our life is going to determine what genes get turned on. So everybody thinks that certain things are genetic and certain things are, but how we live our life is going to determine whether we get introduced to that, or that key basically unlocks that issue. Okay, because every single person has the ability to get cancer, okay, but not everybody is going to get it. It's basically how we live our life that's going to affect whether we get that or not, or whether we get Alzheimer's or not, or whether we get or we just get diabetes, or become overweight, or have arthritis. Okay, you just throw in whatever chronic disease or sickness that you never want to get, and epigenetics is playing a huge role in that we don't want to have. It's been shown that up to 60% of people in the US have issues with sleep. Either they're sleep deprived, or they just can't get to sleep, or something regarding sleep. And they say 1.5, Americans today are getting 1.5 to 2 hours less sleep per night than we were just 100 years ago, 1 century ago. So it's pretty profound. And it's the prescription of 8 hours it doesn't qualify anymore. It's not just about getting 8 hours of sleep. Some people need 8 hours, some people don't need 8 hours. It's all about quality over quantity. That's what we want to focus on. Quality over quantity. William Dement, who is a medical doctor, researcher in sleep, probably one of the best known sleep researchers in the world, he has a quote: "If your sleep is not healthy, then you are not healthy." That's a pretty profound statement, but I wholeheartedly agree with it because I put sleep, again, number one on my 5 pillars of health. There was another study that came out that showed sleep-deprived individuals, they took 14% longer to complete the same task, and they made 20% more errors than the non-sleep deprived group. So that's pretty profound. So sleep deprivation slows us down, ages us prematurely, causes inflammation, and inflammation is the thing that opens us up to pretty much every single disease and turns on the genes that get turned on, the ones that we don't want turned on. Okay, so they found, our body has a natural waste. Our body has a natural waste clearer, so a natural dump truck, if you will. So it detoxifies cellular waste and whatnot. It's called the lymphatic system. And researchers have found, and scientists have found, that our brain has the same thing. So we want to get rid of toxins, so toxins will come in from different places. So the biggest are going to be the food that we eat, the chemicals that we put on our body, the chemicals we're exposed to when we clean houses and all that stuff, and also just the environment. Those are the big ones. Also, you're going to have toxins come in if you're sleep deprived, or you'll be more susceptible to those toxins coming in if you are sleep deprived. Scientists have shown and proven, and that's called the lymphatic system, is our body's basically natural removal detoxification system. Scientists have shown that the brain has one as well, as an individual cellular waste disposal kind of thing, and it's called the glymphatic. So add a G to the lymphatic, it's the glymphatic system. Now, I do cellular cleansing, so I detoxify a little bit more, but all that would go to waste if I was sleep deprived. Okay, so it's getting healthy and becoming or getting the body that you want. So a lot of people are doing this challenge for weight loss, fat loss, or they're just having issues with their health. Okay, getting healthy is going to require living in accordance with nature, with the universe, and because there's certain laws that govern us, and you can't beat those laws. Okay? Being sleep deprived and only sleeping 4 hours a night is not a badge of honor that you want to wear, because it's going to shorten your life and it's going to cause a bunch of health issues to occur that we don't want to occur. So they say the lymphatic system, our natural detoxification system for the brain, it's 10 times more active when we're sleeping, especially when we get into that deep sleep. And also our brain cells will actually shrink by up to 60% to allow that waste to be detoxified. So it's a pretty awesome process, but if you're sleep deprived, it's not going to work. Okay, so what is coming? What is coming in terms of this challenge? So again, this is the introduction. So what is coming in terms of this challenge? So this is the introduction video, and we're going to basically have a video going over certain things, and there's going to be homework for those videos. So obviously this is the deprivation going into the introduction. The next video is going to go into blackouts, blacking out the room. We're going to talk about light bulbs, Okay, we're going to talk about light, blue light, amber lights, that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about Wi-Fi, your phone. Okay, we're going to talk about certain types of glasses. We're going to talk about bedtime. We're going to talk about wake time. We're going to talk about how cold or how warm your room should be when you sleep. We'll talk about meditation. Remember, stress is number 2 on my 5 pillars. Meditation, yoga, breathing. We'll talk about supplements that can help your sleep. We'll talk about journaling, gratitude journal. Okay, we'll talk about no lights. We'll talk about sleep masks. We'll talk about bedtime routine. Very, very important to set up a habit that's going to go help you through this. We'll talk about a sleep journal. Very important when you're going through this particular challenge. Okay, sleep position, exercise in sleep, caffeine in sleep. We'll talk about the sun, sunglasses, alcohol. That's going to be a big one. And we'll talk about apps. Okay, so that is everything that is coming. And if you have questions on anything, leave it in the group. Okay, do not ask me specifically unless it's a very private issue. But I guarantee you, you're not the only one dealing with it. So if you are up to it, post the question, okay, on the group. And the more and more people we have in the group, more and more people will see it, and we'll start to see patterns, and we'll start to crush those patterns, and sleep will start to become better, and you'll start to feel and get healthier and healthier and healthier. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you next video. Stay strong, stay positive, be the improvement warrior.